Hello everyone, Simon Bard here, and welcome to Batman Month. All throughout this month, I'll be reviewing the first 4 Batman movies from Tim Burton and Joel Schumacher. And of course, we'll start off with what many say is one of the hero's best-known films, which is the 1989 version simply titled Batman. The movie is based on the characters created by Bob Kane and published by DC Comics. With crime rising in Gotham City, led by crime boss Carl Grisham, the mayor of Gotham, District Attorney Harvey Dent, and Police Commissioner Jim Gordon are trying their best to keep the city safe as its 200th centennial arrives. But eyewitnesses of a crime-fighting bat, calling himself Batman, begin rising in every crime, getting news journalist Alexander Knox interested in who Batman is, and photographer Vicky Vale wanting to help out, as she's interested in the same vein. But in the meantime, Grisham's right-hand man, Jack Napier, is sent to Axel's chemical factory to rob the place. But was set up by Grisham and the police, and when Batman comes in to stop this, Napier falls into a vat of chemicals, resulting in him becoming the Joker, taking over Grisham's position and began his own reign of terror in Gotham, which includes killing citizens by poisoning beauty products with chemicals, causing them to wear a big grin on their face. And all the while, millionaire Bruce Wayne is trying to figure out who the Joker is, and how to stop his crime, all while going out with Vicky Vale to her figuring out who Bruce Wayne is, and finding out his secret. Now, as much as everyone says that this is one of the best Batman films until The Dark Knight, all I have to say is that this film is pretty much fine. I mean, I enjoy it, but there are a couple of things that are nitpicky, but they're kind of distracting for me. First of all, the setting for Gotham feels like it's all over the place. And what I mean by that is that it has the feel of the 30s and 40s with how some of the extras and characters dress as, much like how the comics were in the day. But it also has a feel of the 80s with its technology and use of music, except for Danny Elfman's, which is epic and timeless. And with all of this in one, it makes the city seem disjointed. You could say it's trying to be timeless, but I'd rather have it be one way than having both together. Also, how old do you think Bruce Wayne would be? His parents were murdered within, say, the 20s or 30s, and with every other version of Batman around, he pretty much seems to stop aging by the time he's around 30 or 40. It's nothing too important, but I felt like bringing it up. There's songs in this movie, and they're all done by Prince, which I felt weren't necessary. Aside from the song Scandalous, which has a portion of the Batman theme in it, what's the purpose of its other songs here? I don't really get it. In fact, they're so pointless that they aren't included on the movie's soundtrack except for a couple of music snippets. But they're not totally forgettable, and I only know a small bit of them like Party Man, Trust, and Scandalous. Though it's maybe because I'm not a Prince fan and there's only a couple of his songs I know, but that's about it. And the way it's edited is a bit clunky. I mean, it works with the action scenes, but going from one non-action scene to the next isn't paced well. Like, we go from scenes of Bruce Wayne and Vicky Vale dating to Jack Napier becoming the Joker with little build-up to them, and they should have eased in and out between them better, and not just quickly get into it. Or perhaps let it last longer. However, the rest of it all works out well. The music from Danny Elfman is pretty epic and fun. And yeah, while there are some silly tunes with the Joker, there are lots of dramatic and intense cues all around, making it one of his best. The action scenes are nicely choreographed and paced, with of course many punches, kicks, gunfire, car chases, and so on. Pretty basic stuff, but enjoyably fun. And anything homaging Star Wars is a plus. The makeup is well done, though granted it might be somewhat creepy in some parts, especially with the newscaster that's just too freaky. Ugh, put that on a Christmas card. The scale of the production is grand with it feeling gothic and huge, and the effects when used are okay. Not all of it is seamless and sometimes it's dated, but for the most part it's just fine. And as far as the actors who played the characters, they all done a good job. Michael Keaton plays Bruce Wayne / Batman, Jack Nicholson plays Jack Napier / the Joker, Kim Basinger plays Vicky Vale, Michael Gough plays Alfred J. Pennyworth, Billy D. Williams plays Harvey Dent, Pat Hingle plays Commissioner Jim Gordon, Jack Palance plays Carl Grisham, Robert Roll plays Alexander Knox, Tracy Walter plays Bob the Goon, William Hookins plays Lieutenant Max Eckhart, and Lee Wallace plays the mayor. As a whole, this movie is alright. The characters are good, the story is alright, and the effects when used are fine. Director Tim Burton had done a fine job of bringing the Caped Crusader to the big screen for a modern audience, and done with a nice level of intrigue. Though while some parts of it are questioning to me and possibly not needed, I can kind of overlook them as I'm enjoying the overall scale, action, music, and characters. And with this being my first exposure to Batman, it's not a bad start, and it's even better when coming from one of my favorite directors. So despite a few problems, even if they're nitpicky, this one's all fine from start to finish. So today, this movie we get a rating of 3 stars. So thank you for joining me. Like, comment, subscribe, follow me on Facebook or Twitter, support me on Patreon, and tune in next week for more of Batman Month. However, the worst of it